Welcome back to Friday Night Lights on HitPointsGaming. Tonight we're going to play something I received from somebody for Christmas. Planets by Blue Orange Games. It's like a French company. Now, how did you find this?
So I was Googling, since we've been doing this. I looked for quick, easy, fun games. And this one actually was on quite a few lists, at the top of the list actually. So I decided to pick it up for you for a gift, and so we could play it.
Okay, so it's 2 to 4 players. It looks kind of interesting, the box. When you open the box, it's what's really interesting to me is these little spheres here you build, and they're magnetized, which is pretty cool. So yeah, inside the box, there's instructions.
Multiple languages.
Multiple languages, yeah, like not like one book with all the languages in it. 3 different books. French, that's German, right?
That is not German.
I don't know what this is, but this is definitely French.
It's
English.
Spanish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Definitely Spanish. In English, very easy. It's contents, some rules, good explanations of the rules, and then in the back it's just kind of like how to set up. And even in the beginning, well, actually it's a variation. So they have like how they recommend playing the first time, and then in the back they have a variation. And we're all kind of set up, but we'll show you that when we get a little closer. So the object of this game is to build. There's 12 turns, and there's 12 sides to this. I know you're trying to count this probably.
No.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what it's called.
Because I already... Yeah, it's not a sphere. I don't know what you would call it. I actually counted it because I was like, I wonder if there's 12 sides. There is 12 sides to this. I'm going to reshuffle this. But actually, let's do the first one since it's so bad. So these are magnetized. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to build a planet for animals. So like there's a polar bear, there's otters, vultures, all kinds of stuff. And you're trying to create a planet that they like to live on. So the polar bear, an example, there's 3 different kinds of cards. The polar bear is the player who has the most Arctic tiles. The owl is a second one who has the most forest, most connected forest that does not touch water. And then lastly, the inverse of that would be prairie dog, who is whoever has the most desert, who is connected to Arctic. I don't know, that'd be kind of weird. So as you build your planet, every turn you pick up a tile, and these tiles have different habitats or lands on them. So this one in particular has 3 desert, a water, and a mountain, we're going to call it. So you go ahead and you put this on your planet, and it sticks magnets. Really cool. Very easy too. It's not coming off. And as you play, you pick up another tile every round. You keep picking a tile, and this first player token goes back and forth. With the 2-player game, with a 4-player game, obviously goes around. The first person picks the tile from that set, and then it goes around. You're trying to build, so you can kind of see what I want to build towards. So the prairie dog, I want, because it has the most deserts that touch a glacier. So I'm going to try to build the most deserts, and hopefully get a glacier there. Each animal is only worth 1 point. They can be worth 2 points if your secret objective is not theirs. So these are like our secret objectives. So this one here...
habitat we want to build.
Yeah, this is like a world you want to kind of build toward. This is a good way to build points. So this one in particular is the most deserts. So this is handed out to either one of us. Well, there's one for each type of habitat. If you have 13, 14 desert tiles, you get 2 points. 15, 16, you get 4. 17, 18, 19, you get 6 points. And then so on to 23 tiles, you get 10 points. So those are where, this is like, I think this is where all your points are going to kind of come from. So as you're building your planet to be like desert, which will kind of work out for this land here, anything that's a desert animal, like the giraffe, that's worth 1 point if I were to score this person. If I were to score the polar bear, since he's the opposite, or he's not desert, he's worth 2 points. So he's harder to get for me because I'm trying to build desert, and it's worth more points. So it's kind of like every round, the 2 of us, we take a tile, we each take a tile. Whatever's left will go to the last 2 rounds. And then we keep kind of doing that until the last 2 rounds are filled with, because there's only enough tiles for 10 rounds. And that last 2 rounds is the remainder of tiles. When we're able to select an animal, we look at what the animal is. So the polar bear. When we get to the polar bear, we will say whoever has the most glaciers, or Arctic. We count up our Arctic, and whoever has the most wins this card. It's 1 point if we are not a glacier planet. The owl, again, whoever has the most forest that's not touching water. And so on and so forth. You just kind of keep going through, and if the animal cannot be scored, it gets moved to the next round. It just kind of sounds like it just keeps going until the last round. The last round, if no one can score it, obviously it's the end of the game. So, I think that's pretty much the rules. Hopefully I kind of got them. I think as we play through, it'll be a little easier to understand, easier to follow, because then you'll be able to see the board, the table, because we already had it set up. Because it did take, I think the hardest part of setting up was the tiles, because they're magnets, so they kind of stick together. But let's go ahead and get into the game and see how it plays. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the game. One thing I did forget to mention is there is a ton of animals in this game, which is kind of cool, I guess. Just kind of variation of it. You only add 20 in a game, and I've got maybe a stack of, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 more animals that we can pick from. The wolf is not in this game. There's a snake. A snake isn't either. So there's a bunch of animals in here, a lot of orcas, whatever.
Hey, we got a narwhal in the game, though.
I know, and
That's
he's
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I want him.
So let's go ahead and pick our secret objective. So I'm only on the camera right now. We're showing only the first couple rounds, and then we'll kind of shift over as we get a little further, because the further on we get into the game, the more animals are available for us to
get points.
No, I was trying to think of, like, have a habitat for, or house, or home. Evolve.
To get points.
Oh yeah, I guess it's to get points if you're.
I do like the
just
fact that
playing
there's
it.
so many extra animals, because then, like, the next time we play, it can be a totally different game.
Yeah, because I guess that's true, because it's like how many times I want to get the octopus.
Yeah.
Just kind of add some flavor to it. So the first player is the youngest player, so that's you.
Thank you.
Pick your objective. I'm going to show mine to the camera, so.
But not to me.
Not to you. Yeah, so if you want to do the same. Okay, so let me see what mine. Oh boy.
I don't know if you can actually see mine. Because I didn't do that camera. I did that
camera.
camera.
Do this camera then. Yeah, okay. So now I know what I have to start building towards if I want these points. I don't know yet. It's the first time we're playing. Again, this is the first time we're playing. Like last week when we played What the Heck, that was our first time playing. Which I think is kind of neat. I don't know.
So when we make mistakes, you guys get to see it, basically.
Yeah. But I mean, hopefully we don't make mistakes, because I kind of read the rules of it. But I'm not sure if this is how we want to really play the game. Like, go for this.
Well, because then I know your objective. Like, if you're picking all, like, forest, then I'm going to know. But does that matter?
I don't think it matters.
So I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because you can't have forest, because I have it. There's only, one of each. But, like, I don't know. Do I go all forest because this is, it's 10 points? Or do I just try to play the board because there's 20 points available out there? And if I do have forest, and if I get anything that's not forest, it's worth 2 points. So there's possibility of being like 30 more points out there besides the 10 off this card. I don't know. We'll have to see. So how we start the first round is, so there's 5 tiles in each round. They're all random. And that was the hardest part, kind of shuffling these up. So these are your tiles available. I'm going to get up a second. I just wanted to make sure they were visible. So you pick one because you're the first player. Now I know if you pick this one, you have Arctic.
Why not that one?
Because that's only 3. These are 4. But does it really even matter? Because maybe you're going for the narwhal.
I do like narwhals.
The narwhal would definitely be this because it's not touching grass, So that might be that's the best play. And you are first player, so you get the first pick of the litter. It doesn't matter if I know what you're...
it doesn't matter, but
it doesn't matter.
I don't even care about that. I just want the narwhal.
So, okay.
As an aside, I didn't know that a narwhal was an actual real animal until...
Don't say puppy dog pals.
No, I knew before puppy dog pals, But no, that was my mom who learned that from
Okay,
Honeycomb
okay.
Pals. She thought it was fake. But so like a few years ago, actually, I thought it was really just some like mythical animal, and then I realized it wasn't. Which
Okay, I don't think that's too far-fetched. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to say obviously a unicorn's fake, but I don't know.
yeah, that
I mean, how often do you see a narwhal?
That's exactly it. I've never seen one.
Yeah.
You don't see one at the aquarium.
Yeah, I've definitely seen more unicorns in my life than narwhals. I've never seen a narwhal in real life, and I've seen more unicorn plushies and pictures.
Okay.
You know, like
where are you been
Yeah.
hanging out?
yeah, I know. So I guess it's okay. I don't think you're alone in that.
No, probably not.
All right, so now in this variation of the game, we get to see everything, all the animals coming up. They say on the back of the table, there's like another variation where you only show the top row and the second, well, you don't show anything, and then as you play, you flip over cards, so you can't build towards a specific thing. I'm definitely not going to build water, because there's not many water out here.
Yeah, no. Very dry planets we're looking at.
Yeah.
Well, I guess...
Because it's a dry planet, I'm going to take that. Boom shakalaka. All right, so these 3 tiles
Go to the end.
go to this last one. So now we go to round 2. So now I get this. Okay, so now I got to start looking what's coming up here. I want the most forest next to a desert. Because I can't get you on that. Because this is touching grass. Forest here, so I can't get that.
Quick question. So, like, I have 4.
Mm-hmm.
If I did have this,
Yes.
does it, like, negate it, or is it just
What you would want to do, I think what you would want to do is you would take this and you would put it on the other side.
Oh, I didn't realize we could do that.
Yeah. Well, it's your planet. You can build whatever you want. You just don't want your Arctics touching a grass. So you couldn't have all your Arctics like this.
Okay.
You're going to have the most Arctic region. So you'll win the card, but you won't win it because of the grass. So you can put it on the side. Because you know what my planet is right now. And you can be like, oh, okay. You can't win that, you know?
I thought we had to build off from...
No, you can build anywhere, it says.
Oh, okay.
It actually doesn't even mention that. You just build your planet. So I'm assuming you can put it wherever you want.
Wherever you want. All right, cool.
Because as you're playing, yeah, maybe you don't want them to touch. But then later on, you're like, oh, crap. Now I have to put it together. How do but you're scoring points as you move.
Yeah.
So you don't care if you meet the guidelines for that now and don't meet it later because you already scored. It's like right now, I already won that. Well, I have to get grass. So I didn't win that. Okay. 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 Yeah.
Opposite ends.
Just don't put it next to it.
I'll have like different poles.
You'll be the most Arctic planet there is. So then these 3, we go with the 5. So these 3, 4, 5, and then this one goes to the last. And we keep building these last rows up until they 5. You're the first player. After we pick these, then we score the narwhal. So I can still sneak in there.
Naked.
Nope. Okay. I like it. It's cool. It's like tangible. I can pick this up and... Okay, you're definitely getting the narwhal. I'm thinking. I don't know. And it doesn't say in the rules, so I'm assuming you could put it here. Like you could kind of play with it. There's no time limit per se.
No, but the viewers want there to be.
Yeah, I know, right? This is cool. I'm enjoying this so far.
Oh my goodness.
This is I'm liking the game you bought. Okay, shut your face. Okay. So we'll take all three of these right here. All right, now we score the narwhal. Who has the most Arctic that don't touch forests?
My narwhal.
Okay. Now we're going for the lion next round. Okay. You were the first player, right?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. So all my three pieces are touching. You're not doing that yet.
I got 2 touching.
Oh, okay. All right. It's like water's crap in this game. Oh, I would love to flip that.
Too late.
No, not my thing.
Oh.
All right, we're just going here. We're going there. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm not looking this far. I'm just kind of looking here.
That's what I'm like. What's coming up? What do I want?
Yeah. I can definitely already see, like, I don't know what I like not knowing what's coming up or liking it, because it's, otherwise you're just kind of placing them. I feel like you're just kind of building on planet, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of like seeing it because I feel like I'm now...
Right. You can kind of plan a little bit.
Planning out what I'm doing.
But I think in a, maybe a 4-player game, it'd be kind of cool not seeing it, because then everyone's, you're fighting for the next 2 rounds. You're always kind of going back and forth. All right, so we got 5 here, 4 there. So once we build that last pile of 5, then the rest of the tiles are just removed from the game until you play next time. Yeah, see, it's not that easy, because you want to, you're trying, now that your tiles all touch. Do I want to try to get this guy who can't touch that?
Yeah, that's why now I'm like...
Yeah, now you're worrying. Now you're starting to build the world. You good?
Good.
Okay. So we'll take this first one, put it here. Okay. Tiger is the most forests that touch a desert. I have 1. Oh, it's you. Okay.
Tiger.
So you're the first player. All right, what we got there? So it's next the ram. Yeah, the ram. Most mountains that don't touch glacier.
I don't have any. That considered touching?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is right next to the glacier.
Well, no,
It's
like
touching.
it's like 4.
Well, no, this right here. You have a glacier here, dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying this one.
No. All. It's a region.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, all of this connects these mountains, touch these mountains, so it touches both forest and water. This whole.
Okay.
Yeah. I already know what I want. That's how good I am.
Did I take what you wanted?
You took what I wanted, yeah. You killed me. You're killing me.
Maybe I'll win a game for once.
Hey, yeah, maybe.
I don't think I've won any.
No, you, what was the first game we played? Azul.
Yeah, that was the only thing I won.
Yeah. We haven't played many games, so calm your horses. Alright, the Ram, let's score him. So it's the most mountains that do not touch Arctic. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got maybe.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they do not touch any Arctic because I don't have Arctic. So I will take that Ram happily. Now you are first player. Ah, look at all these Arctics.
Oh my goodness. Alright, I guess we can build this in bullshit.
So now we have 2 animals coming into play. What are we going to go for?
Is that a vulture?
It has a vulture and a turtle.
I have a glare, so I can't really.
Oh, yeah.
I can see the turtle.
So the vulture can't touch water, but the turtle needs water. Yeah. I don't want any of those. It's kind of cool too because I can't really. I can only see what you have in your hand as you look. It's not like I can look at the table and see what you have. So I guess you could kind of be like this. Your planet, so everyone else can't see what you have. You can kind of hide it, but you're going to need to look at it at some point in time. And at that point, that's what you got over there.
I'm too busy strategizing for myself. I
I
can't
know.
even be bothered
Yeah, I
to
know.
look at what you're doing. Alright. Was that what I was gonna do? What was I gonna do? I lost where I was. Okay, here.
Yeah, it is very.
Alright.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with this one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, that isolated water there?
Yeah, I know. I don't really care about it, to be honest. Okay, good. Alright, so I added a bunch more rocks and took that little Arctic. So we got mountains that don't touch water. That one I just put down screwed me on it. I have 1.
1, 2.
You have 3. 3. That is yours. Because if I didn't put this down, it would have been alright. Water that touches desert.
Oh, that's probably not me. I've got 1.
I've got 2.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, I'll take that turtle.
You got Xander's favorite.
I know. Alright. Who was first earlier? You were, so now it's me. Okay. I pick first. We got a deer and a antelope. So most forest with water.
Is that an antelope or a gazelle?
Gazelle. Might be a gazelle. I think you're right. I think antelopes kind of like bigger. I think they play also.
It's funny because I was singing Home on the Range in my
Oh,
head.
okay.
with it.
Yeah, it's like I can't see how many forest you have.
I can't even see how many forests I have, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Mhm.
2 to 3. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah. All right, my planet's like pretty much like are you all the way around yet? Okay. Yeah, you're pretty similar, I guess. I guess we have to be at this point.
Yeah, I just don't know where I want to put anything now.
Oh boy. It's a very quiet game. It's a lot of thinking. I think it's kind of neat because it's tangible. You can kind of move the pieces around. They're magnets, so they stick really well. It's easy to tell what's what. You know, obviously the colors. Yeah, anyway, it's colors. So you just kind of look at the colors to see what it is. There's very easy to tell the lines, you know, the pieces, and you kind of see the sizes on it. You good?
I think so.
Okay. I wanted that piece. I should have taken that piece instead. Forest that touch water.
I don't have any.
I have 2. Taken. Desert that doesn't touch forest. I had that before this turn.
So that's 1. Does that?
That's that. Yeah, I have none. So.
Okay.
Oh no, you can't take that because you have forest that touch.
But I have one.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't go. Yeah. Okay, now you're a first player. Star. She's gonna keep going.
She's growling at whatever it is.
So you are first player. What do you choose? I'm gonna move this over now. Oh man, we're very, very close to the end. Now you can really see the animals, the camel, the badger. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of these. Moving on. Elephant. Desert that touches mountains. 3, 6, 7. So. Okay. Yeah, I got 3, 6, 7. Touches the mountains. Bada boom. Water that touches mountains.
I got 1.
I've got 2 water.
I got 1.
Really?
That touch mountain?
Yeah, touch mountains, yeah.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, I got 2. Boom! Awesome. First player now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you give it to me after you pick your tile. It messes me up, so I'm sorry. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Alright, so now... now we're getting into the Arctic world over here. Yeah.
What we got? Oh, we got a reindeer. And a lynx. Ooh. Shush.
Okay. Mm. Whoa. Yeah, you kind of have to pick them up and move it around a little bit and see what you're doing. I don't think there's any other way to really, I guess that could be another variation of the game is you can't touch the piece. You just got to kind of maybe line it up. Yeah, I've only got 3 spots left.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I'm like, I want to turn it.
I know. That's what I was doing, like,
I know. I
fourth
made fun
turn.
Of
Yeah. I wanted to turn that, like, almost mirror image it.
Okay.
Do good?
I think so.
Okay. Scorpion desert that doesn't touch Arctic. 3, 6, 7. Right
there. Yeah, 5.
Okay. Arctic that doesn't touch desert.
I think
1.
I got that.
Okay. You got where's your Arctic? Doesn't touch any desert? You gotta tell me.
No.
That touches it. That touches desert.
Oh.
Because it keeps going. It stops there though.
Okay, so then all that.
Yeah. And it keeps going to this though too. Like.
Okay, yeah, but it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't touch. You're good. I'm just trying to make sure you understand,
I'm taking spin.
Okay, you do it. You're first player. 3 turns left. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you've got that fox up there. So he only needs to touch 1 Arctic and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
The most water. We'll set the flame down. Who has that? Now it's getting a little more delicate. Because I feel sometimes I'm moving the tiles. I feel like I have to be much more delicate to it now. Okay. All right. You're fine. I'm just going to turn these upside down just for everyone else at home so I don't get confused. That's the most water. Desert that touches water.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, whatever. Let's do that.
This water's screwing me though. Crappy tiles, crappy tiles. Forests that touch Arctic. You got it. I don't have any. The most water. 4. Got 4.
I do too. One.
No, they got to touch.
Oh, they got to touch.
They got to touch.
Oh, then no.
So I got 4. In the event of a tie, we would then move this to the next round. But
I thought you just meant in general.
No.
That's why I was like.
Oh, you know what? Let me check. I don't think so. I think they have to be the most touching. Oh no. Having the most of one kind of a region. Count the number of distinct regions. A region is one isolated area. Oh no. Yeah, no, region. No, you're right. It's kind of weird though. It says having the most of one kind of region. Count the number of distinct regions. So it's just regions.
Yeah,
so a group. How many groups of forest do you have? Not how many forest spots, but how many groups of forest.
Well, or water in this case.
Or yeah. Sorry, so let's put this back.
So I have 1 here.
Yeah, so like I have 1 here. These 2. It's 1 region. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I got maybe.
You sure?
Yeah, because I just got 1,
2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we came up with that now because the polar, I'm going to get you on that. Desert to touch water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got these.
Yeah, I have 2. Or 1.
Okay.
2, whatever. But
Well,
I don't
yeah.
have that many.
Okay. I'm first player. It's not what I wanted. Sure. Go ahead.
It's kind of where I am right now.
Only 1 spot left. Like this last 2 rounds are our duds. The ones nobody wanted at the beginning of the game. Or didn't have space for it at the beginning. That you probably want this one if you're going for like the most Arctic.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Let's score the giraffe. Desert, it touches forests. I think that's me again with 3, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 6. Those don't count. Those don't touch.
That's not contingent.
It doesn't continue with these.
Oh, okay. So just, alright. So what I have?
You have 2, 4, 6. And they touch this forest. So I have...
Forest.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter as long as they touch a forest.
Okay, so I have 7.
Okay. No, those don't touch, dude.
This touches forest right here.
Yeah, so it's 1, and then you turn it.
Yeah.
2, 3, and then it stops. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that touches forest.
Yeah.
So 6 is your highest number.
Oh, it's not all total.
No, it's not all total number.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that touch this forest or this forest, but 8.
Okay.
That 8's your number. This one's probably you, the Arctic that does not touch water. So, oh, that is not.
That is not going to be me, no.
Wow, okay. I only have one Arctic region, and it definitely touches water. So all your Arctic is pretty much, your whole planet's pretty much Arctic, it looks like. So because of that, it wraps around and it touches water a couple places. So that will move him to the final round. The most desert that touches Arctic. Not me.
I'm going to say that's me.
That's you. I have one Arctic, but it doesn't touch my desert.
Hello, Timon.
Last, I was going to say Timon and Pumbaa, but they're not. They're not in this game.
Well, Timon, so you just don't have Pumbaa out.
We don't have Pumbas. Okay, so now you're the last player for this round here.
Oh boy.
Now I think you're just trying to play off your secret objective, possibly. I don't know. Because you can't, I don't think either of us are going to get that.
No.
Because even this point, this right here is going to...
Yeah, I'll go for the polar bear.
Yeah, go for the polar bear, not the secret objective.
Hello. What is my favorite Disney movie?
Just saying.
Frozen. I like all that stuff. I honestly have no idea what your secret objective is. You kind of
I'm all over
yourself,
the place.
Yeah.
You know it's not Arctic.
It's not Arctic.
I think we're all kind of just beat here, though. Like, I don't think with this tiles, we're not scoring it. This forest, not scoring that either.
That's where we got David Bowie from the Labyrinth.
I'm just going to go for my secret objective.
I didn't even see what you played, so I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, Snowy Owl from the forest. Forest doesn't touch water. It's not me. All my forests touch water. Yep, you got it. As long as it doesn't touch water, you got it. Okay. The most Arctic regions, remote, you know, I only have one. Yep. You have more than one, because all your Arctic touches.
No.
Right? You got some broken up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Most forests that do not touch desert. I have two right here. Doesn't touch desert.
I got one.
This is two.
I know. I
Okay,
have one.
just making sure.
There's one more trying.
Okay. And then again, can anyone score this?
No.
Okay, so he goes end of the game. All right, so now we have our planets. And let's see our secret objectives. If you're not Arctic, I'm going to cry. I'm mountains or dirt or whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and count them up. And see. So yours is kind of cool because it's 10 points, but you can have 25. Mine's only 23 for 10 points. So it just counts the number of spaces. It doesn't matter if they connect or anything.
This is hard to... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take them
I
off.
think you can take them off because at this point, I don't think it matters. Because that's really the only way to count it. 2... Just made it a 20. What'd you get?
24.
No! So, I just made 20, which is 8 points, and you just barely missed 25.
I did count right.
Yeah, you better double check. I mean, I hope you didn't pass up on this tile here for, you know, for some animal. because you went so far already. So as you double check your regions, or your areas, or whatever I'm going to say, I'm going to count my animals I scored. So I have a badger that is not of the mountainous region, so he counts as 2 points. Same thing with octopus, it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, plus 1, 19, because he is a mountainous region. So 19 plus 8 is 27. So what do you got, sister?
Got 30.
Okay, so they're 1 point each because they are from yours. And you can tell just by you can tell by what they require, but also by the border, like mine's brown matches the brown.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus 8.
Why are you making me do math?
23. Close game.
What do you have?
I don't remember. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, plus 8, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6. No, 19 plus 8 is 27.
Damn, I lost again.
It was close, though. It was very close. So let's go ahead and get our review. All right, so we've played Planet by Blue Orange now. What do you think?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's definitely starts out where you're just placing tiles and doesn't necessarily have too much strategy at the very start. But then once I got going, you know, you're trying to figure out, well, does this go this way? Do I put it this way? So there's a lot of thinking to it. It obviously takes a little bit longer to try to figure out, you know, where you're going to place things once you start getting your planet covered more.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a lot of fun.
I was looking forward to playing this before we played because it looked cool. Like, this is different to me. And I think it was rightfully so to be excited. It was a lot of fun. I like the tactility of holding this in my hand and moving this around, putting these magnets on here. I thought it was like I was building up a planet. And then we're trying to move this, like, you know, it does take a little longer because once you start getting a couple tiles on here, you're kind of trying to figure out, well, what do I want to do? And I think knowing what animals were coming up made it difficult because we wanted to try to build towards them.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know, not knowing what was coming up could be also different type of gameplay, but it depends on what you feel like doing. You know, like knowing and trying to build towards them or not. But I really wasn't looking so far in the end. I was kind of just looking maybe 3 turns ahead anyway, which is that variation that the rulebook mentions. I like this. It feels good. It doesn't feel like, obviously I think if I were to throw this at the ground, it would break.
Yeah.
But you could drop it and it's gonna withstand it. This would be cool for kids. I don't know what age. What age does it say? 8 plus. I think maybe even a little younger than that.
I think you could probably get like a 6-year-old to play it. Like,
it's easy. You just put the magnet on there. They might have to learn about the little strategy of counting the areas possibly. But it is kind of cool because there's a bunch of different animals, you know, and they might want to be like, oh, my favorite animal is a camel. I want the camel no matter what. That could be kind of cool. You can even maybe do like a house rule of, you know, whoever gets the camel, it's worth 4 points or 5, you know, like a little, like whoever gets that kind of thing. You know, everyone has like each area has its special animal, you know, like the turtle is 5 points, the camel, you know, like just kind of something different. You could do that. The pieces, like I said, these feel nice. They're sturdy, they're heavy. I'm not gonna, I mean, I just kind of bent it there, trying to. But they do feel heavy. They're kind of hard to shuffle because they are magnets. But I don't think you necessarily have to worry about shuffling these because they are pretty random to begin with. The animals, they're nice cards. They feel pretty good. They're nice and colorful. It's easy to tell what it is, what kind of animal it is. It's also easy to tell what the objectives are on it as well. Yeah, I think the secret objectives, we definitely, if you didn't play with this, you definitely need to build towards this. You know, like, I was definitely picking cards, you know, tiles that had mountains over other tiles unless I needed something for a specific animal. But I think I kind of eked it out because I had so many animals that weren't of my mountain region. I only had one. I was going for everything else. I was able to kind of build my planet not knowingly, to get those other animals. But I think it's cool. I don't know how much this cost, nor do I care because it was a gift. But I think this was a pretty cool pickup. For us, I would definitely play this again. This was a fun one. And you can definitely play this with younger kids. Again, 4 people, so a family of 4. They recommend 30 minutes, and I think we just did over 30 minutes, and that's with 2 players.
Yeah.
So it might get
a little long if you've got 4 people.
It's definitely get a little longer. But as more people, there's 5 to begin with. As each person picks, it's less for the last, that 3rd and 4th player to pick from. So the time might go by a little quicker because there's not so much choice available. I like the ability to have more animals than what you have out. I don't know what that is. There's a panda. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like the art. Very cool game. Thank you for picking this up.
Oh, so I did good.
Yeah, this was cool. Final words? Anything to say?
I would say, well, thank you, Google searching, for letting me find this game.
Yeah, this was a good one. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for joining us here on Friday Night Lights. We'll hopefully see you next week. If you like this game, or if you have this game, let us know if there's anything else like this. I don't really know of anything you kind of build.
Well, so I'll just add quickly. The one thing that, to me, when I was reading about it, it kind of struck me, similar to Catan, because I was making something, creating
Yeah.
So that's what kind of drew me to it, because I like playing that game. So I was like, in that way, it kind of made similarities to me. Obviously, it's not a
right. It's not this. Yeah. But, this was cool.
But yeah, I thought it looked like it would be a pretty fun game. I figure once our son's older, it might be a good one to play with him too. So
animals, colors. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of neat. But yeah, anyone, if you know something similar to this, let us know because this was a lot of fun. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you think, and thanks again for watching.